Hello and good morning. Happy Sunday. I am a little behind. I apologize. How are you guys doing? Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm a little behind. I apologize. I literally did not know what I was going to do. But I figured it out, so we're all good. This is the start of my weekly series, Crafty Sundays, where I create and do something crafty and just we share and create together. So I am excited about today's craft project, because I had this board, this round here. Good morning. I had this round here for, I want to say, like at least 6 months, and I couldn't figure out what to do with it. But it dawned on me. I seen some stuff on the internet, and I was like, of course I can make it. So I was like, I'll make me a welcome sign, but like with the twist. Yeah, I do have the folding closet. I think they call it Create Room now. When I first got it, it was called, what is this thing called? The Scrap Box or Dream Box or something like that. So yeah, I do have it. But wanted to show you guys what I'm going to do today with this sign. We are going to be crafting this welcome sign, but if you can read it, it says welcome-ish, and it says depends on who you are and how long you stay. So that is what I'll be making. I thought this was super cute. Of course, I seen the image somewhere, so I created my own, because why buy when you can just make your own, right? So we are going to be doing 2 different techniques today, because this shouldn't take long. This should be fairly simple. The long part will be like the process, as far as I decided to use acrylic instead of wood. So I got to peel the tape off. So that's going to, be the long part. There is no masking on it. This is raw. So I purchased the round. I can't remember from what store, but I purchased the round, and then I like to have a guide whenever I make signs, so that I know all of my words are lined up and even as possible. So I popped this in the Glowforge, and I have a Pro. If you have a Pro, then you'll be able to fit larger items inside of it. This is 15 inches, but I popped it in the Glowforge, and all I did was score on the actual wood round. Of course, I didn't cut it or anything, and this is not engraved, but I just created an outline so that when I go to place my letters on here, they'll be, they'll match up perfect. But let's jump into it. Again, hi, I'm Monet. Didn't even introduce myself. I'm Monet, the owner of The Clearest Cuts. I'll be doing my Crafty Sunday today, and today we are decoupaging and painting a 15-inch round welcome sign. So let's jump into it. I decided to do this angle because I'm not like a fan of just seeing hands. It's cool, but I wanted y'all to actually see me do it, and so that you can get the a better view. Also, when I have my camera face down, I can't see if y'all asking questions. So it's not like I'm working with 2 phones. So I just like I like this position better, and I think you all should be able to see what I'm doing fairly easy. And of course, I'll hold it up and things like that. But let's jump into it. So we're going to start with, I'm going to start with the bottom, and I'm going to be decoupaging. If you don't know what decoupaging is, I have this cute paper. Excuse me. Again, I have a lot of craft stuff that I don't use. But when I do, I purchase it and it comes to me. And that's how it usually works. And it's probably more than likely on sale most of the time. So I purchased this pretty paper. Didn't know what I was going to use it for, but I'm like a cheetah advocate. That's my print. And, the flowers were cute. I'm also like a peacock Moroccan. That's kind of my jizz. So I purchased this paper because it was cheetah at the, it was basically cheetah. So that's what we'll be using for the bottom of the board. Now we'll be decoupaging the bottom of the board only, and then painting the top black. Now, decoupaging is literally taking paper for the most part, or some type of light material, and gluing it to whatever your board is, so, or your item is. So I only need half of this. So this is great. I only need half of this, so I'm gonna cut this half. Now where I'm gonna put this sign, no clue, because it does not match anything in my house. So I'll probably end up selling it, to be honest. Giving it away, gifting it, but probably end up selling it just because it doesn't match anything, but it was still pretty. So let's get into it. I'm going to be decoupaging with Mod Podge, and this is the glossy. And I use glossy because, of course, it'll be glossy when I'm done. So I'm going to take your Mod Podge, and actually, what I like to do, excuse me guys, is take the Mod Podge base. This is just a normal Mod Podge, no, with no gloss, and I use this one for the bottom. So let's get into that. It's been a little while. My trash can over here. Let's see, what do I want to use? Let's see, popsicle stick. Grab the trash can. Right. So let's take this old paint off. All right, we're good to go. All right, so we're going to take our paintbrush and paint just the bottom half of, not even paint, put the glue down on the bottom half of the board. And with Mod Podge, you don't necessarily have to have like the paper straight. It can be crumbled if you want, because it's all about effects. So, or it can be all about effects. I like a paintbrush. It may take longer, but that's just my preference. A lot of people use these sponges. I don't really care for them. I'll try it just to see if it'll go any quicker. It's not even falling out. All right, like I said, this is old. Let's see. Dig it out of here. So I'll just pop it down. Want a good amount put down on the board, then I'll spread it out. And I'm just, again, doing just the half of the bottom half of the board. The more glue you put down, of course, the better it'll stick. So with that being said, I'm going to need some more glue. I'm going to use this. So I'm just getting it out. Again, and all we're doing, I usually like to put 2 layers on top of the whatever print it is. And then it should be good after that. It shouldn't take that much, but it should be okay. And I'm like a super saver. So I see that this was too much glue, and I'm not wasting it. I wish my boss came to understand I'm a bottle for that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Alright, this should be enough. Let's spread it across. Let's get this across. I want it to stick right under the line. And I just may bring it to the edges, so then when I wrap it, it'll stick all the way around. And it'll be clean and it'll look real professional. Can you all see it still? I mean, I've had this around for so long and just could not think of what to do with it at all. But because I'm trying to be more active and go live more, this kind of help me push to use it. All right, we're getting there. I don't like these things. Like I just don't like them. There's something about them. I mean, it's spreading it around easy, but maybe I'll invest in like a super thick paintbrush just for that. Again, this was already, I pre-printed it on my Glowforge, the outline, so that my letters can go on it smoothly, and I won't be struggling with where to place it and if it's even, because that's one thing I cannot stand when I see a sign and the letters are uneven. It's so apparent. All right. So I think that's good. Again, I'm trying to get this edge really good. But if I don't, I'll show you why you can cover that up. All right, so let's take our paper. I'm not going to use the side that I cut off because I didn't use a ruler or anything, so it won't be straight. So I'm going to push this on back. I'm going to place my paper right where I want it, which is underneath the line. And I'm going to place it right there, nice and even. Guides are a lifesaver. And if you see down, literally that bottom part, I'm going to wrap it on the edges. And if it doesn't stick, I'm going to come back and show you how to make that stick. Probably won't stick, but we'll get to that. But I'm going to take it. Then it's cut out. If I wanted to do something hand painted or something like that, that'd take too long. So you got this portion. I'm going to speed this process up and use my heat gun to dry it a little bit quicker. So right now, I'm just drying it enough. So this paper is tissue paper. It's tissue paper. I didn't state it was. It's regular tissue paper. But with decoupage, you can use really any type of paper. It doesn't matter. But I prefer tissue paper because it's more flexible. It's flimsier. And you can manipulate it better. All right. So this is good for what I need. If you wanted it to be more vibrant, or if you see that the wood, and you can still see the wood underneath, you can add another layer on top. I'm going to see what that looks like. But I'm okay with this because it's such a busy pattern already. All right. So, heat gun is done. So now I'm going to flip this bad boy over. Again, with the back, you can either paint the back if you want a complete project. Paint the back. Where did my scissors go? Paint the back so that it again looks complete. I'm going to cut off the excess. Like I said, I'm like a master saver, so I probably won't even throw this scrap away. I have a bin that's dedicated to scraps over here, just in case something comes up and I want to use it again, but I don't need a whole sheet. All right, so what we're going to do for this part is we're going to take our paintbrush, and we're going to see that this paintbrush is a little stiff. It's a little, let's see my other one. There we go. I'm going to take the Mod Podge. This time I'm just going to apply it to the paper, on the back of the paper. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that I coat the bottom half, coat the edges of it, so that it'll also stick and look clean. So I'm just painting the bottom, the back of the paper. I'm going to fold it back. And it'll stay because I have to still add my top layer of glossy Mod Podge on top. But I'm just helping it out. All right. I'm just going to fold this back. Stick it down. You really can't mess it up. Unless you like spill paint or something on it, you can't mess Mod Podge up. Turn it. Also, if y'all could type in some suggestions of what y'all would like to see me attempt to create or create for the upcoming crafty Sundays, because I draw blanks. So like I literally said, I just came up with to use this prior to going live. That's why I was late. I was still cutting out the acrylic. All right, almost done with this part. And you'll see when I'm done, like this project in total, definitely under an hour. I want to say definitely under 45 minutes. Right, so now that we have the edges, see how that bottom looks? It looks completely clean with it pulled back. I am making a 15-inch acrylic round welcome sign, and I'm using the technique of decoupaging and painting. So if you just joined, that is today's Crafty Sunday. It was, of course, all of this was wood to begin with. And I'm going to be creating and transforming into a welcome sign. And if you're just joining in, it says welcome-ish, ish. It says depends on who you are and how long you stay. So that's what we're currently making. And right now I'm using a technique called decoupaging, where you place pretty much tissue paper or any type of paper on the object that you want to decoupage. You put glue down first, then you apply the tissue paper, and then you come back and do the next step that I'm about to do, which is adding your clear gloss acrylic on top. So now that we have that part done, I'm going to take my glossy Mod Podge, and you'll see the gloss difference. As you see right now, it looks flat. Can everybody not hear me? Do I sound clear to everyone? Let's see. Hopefully I sound clear. All right, so now we're going to pour this on top. Make sure this brush is good. Now with the clear, you're just going to pretty much paint over top of it. brush the clear on top. And what this does is it seals it again. And also, like I stated, create that glossy look. So this is literally the process of decoupaging. Glue, paper, glue. Right, so we're getting done. And what this second layer of glue does is make sure that the paper absolutely doesn't go anywhere. All right, and another trick that no, it won't change the paint because I'm using black paint. It won't change anything. And when I'm done, I'm going to be putting the I have to see because I'm using acrylic and not wood. But after I paint, I am going to add clear on top. Now, what you can do to really make this stand out, which I'm not going to do, but what you can do if you really wanted this to like pop, is pour resin on top of the sign, so it's harder. Yeah, and I'm sure it'll look so dope. Like I'm sure it looks so dope with resin on top. I may do it. It just depends. Like I said, I have an issue with waste. So right now I'm just getting the back of that board part. As you can see now, it has that gloss on it. It's not even 100% dry, but that's what the glossy Mod Podge does. So it's not even 100% dry versus where before it didn't have a gloss to it. So I'm going to take my heat gun again just to speed it up for you guys. Put it on low heat this time. Actually, you can just do high. And that is dry, guys. All right, so let's get to painting the top part. As I stated before, I already scored the letters on here, right? So because this is a regular score, I am going to use my black because that is the most dominant color in the bottom. I'm going to use my black. I cut the round, actually I purchased this round, but if I was to, before I got Big Mama my machine, I would have, cut this, cause it's just 15 inches around, but it can fit in the Pro. So if you have a Pro, you can cut a 15-inch round. Because I went back and scored it in the Pro. All right, so my paintbrush is just so wonky right now. It's not working. So let me grab another brush. All right. I have tons of paintbrushes. It's almost sad. So we'll be taking this big paintbrush and going over top. Let me shake this up better. I use patio black paint because it's darker than that regular black paint. So this is the black paint that I use, and it dries super quick. Patio paint. So I know if this went outdoors, it'll be good. At least the black part. But I know I just prefer patio paint because it comes out super pigmented. It doesn't give you that ashy black gray look. This is like super pigmented. So let's get to painting. I'm going to first test because I should be still able to see. You all may not be able to see, but I can still see the outline. All right, so I'm painting the top. It's been so long since I actually painted. Can you all see well? Let me know if you can't see everything well. Painting the top. I'm gonna go across the bottom. Ideally, I should have painted first. That would have made this part a little bit easier, but it's okay. Just gotta be super careful. I have a pretty steady hand though, so I guess that's why I didn't paint first. It doesn't bother me too much just to go across the bottom. Alright, get this side. That. Then come back. All right, so now that I got the bottom pretty well, I'm just gonna pour this on here and paint the top. Any other questions? Okay, great. I have to double check the listen and see if you all are answering questions. Okay. All right. Like I said, this black is super pigmented. I love it. It prevents from having to do like 2 and 3 coats. Move this up because I want to get the edges. Now I'm going to flip it up and get the edges. And again, more than likely, I will paint the back of this black just because that's the dominant color for everything. So the laser printer doesn't have a name. It's just a Chinese laser printer. I got it custom made from China through a company. I don't even remember. I have to go back and look at the name of the company. But it wasn't like a Thunder laser or anything like that, because again, it was custom made. My big mama can cut metal, so I don't believe no other U.S. machine, or I mean they probably can, but mine cuts metal and wood. Get some more. And the other thing I like about this black paint is that it dries super quick too. Right. So now we have that. I need to go back over this bottom piece. That is perfect. I'm going to go back over this bottom piece with black really carefully. Can you guys see? Go back over with black just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. It may look like I covered over my outline, but I really didn't, because of course it's scored, so you can see it. And I'll show you guys a close-up too. I just want to make sure that I'm going to use a smaller brush to make sure I'm getting all the little crevices. That's easier. Let's see. And I'm also show you just in case, because I did overlap. That's why I should have painted first versus doing this. But that doesn't really bother me. I am going to show you kind of like a cover up that you can do to make it look intentional. All right, so let's turn on the heater again. Again, if you're used to not painting, you know something isn't dry. If you hold it in the light and you can still see it shiny, that means it's not dry. I'm just going to put this like this. Right now I'm just focused on the bottom part, making sure that's dry. My edges should be dry, but just in case, let me grab it. Alright, that is good enough. So now we're literally almost done with the sign. Typically after this, all you have to do, I would adhere some attachments to the back so that I could hang it if I was going to hang it. This I would sit up maybe in the corner on the kitchen cabinet or somewhere in the room on one of those easels so that people could read it. But if you see really close, you can still see the words right here. So I have my guide for where I'm going to place my letters. So don't worry about that part. And again, it looks like a completed sign so far, but I would still have to do something and paint the back black or something like that. But so far, so good. All right, so let's get into what I like to see. So we'll call the annoying, oh, my dog came. The annoying part. Wait, I see a question. No, my laser does not have a plasma lens. Let's see. So I cut out hot pink because again I'm pulling from the colors. Hot pink and my favorite color, which is teal. So what we're going to do, just glue it on here. If I was to use, this would go quicker if I use 3M tape and put that on the back and cut it out, but I didn't. So here we are. So I'm going to start with the biggest part first and peel this lovely tape off. Hey, Willow. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. See what I mean? Off. 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 Thank you. like, you need to give me some attention right now. And again, making her debut. Do y'all see what I have to go through? Takes my hand so that I can rub her off. So rude. All right, so right now all I'm doing is peeling this tape off of the back. If you are familiar with working with acrylic, then you know the tape comes on the front and the back when it's shipped, so that the acrylic can be protected while you have it in your laser machine. Oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. So I may go grab my plastic scraper. But this is literally a part of the process. I know some videos like speed up stuff, but this is a part of, you know, why it takes so long to do stuff. Especially if your acrylic don't come off in one full swoop. It comes off in sections like this. She finally sat down. Oh my gosh, so long. So any questions, put them in the chat while I'm doing this. Because clearly it wants to be stubborn right now. Maybe this acrylic is, this glue just been sitting too long. Any questions about the process? What materials you need? Anything? I feel like Sundays was a good day just because most people church service is in the morning, like 9-ish, I would say. You could come back, watch something, scroll on YouTube, scroll on Instagram, get some craft ideas. My gosh, this is annoying. This tape is, this acrylic is really, the acrylic, I've had it for a while, so I'm sure the tape has got like melted or something on here, because there's no other reason why this is taking so long. Okay, finish that part. I am going to just go ahead and take the rest off. Again, I chose teal for the main words because that's my favorite color. Trying to do this so that it will take it all off at once. So far so good. You always want to have a sharp pair of tweezers on hand, because otherwise you'll just be sitting there trying to pick at it forever. This is a regular heat gun. Amazon. Links in my bio for my go-to materials. Or tools, I should say. Sheesh. All right. Almost done with this part. And what I'm doing is taking the back off first. Y'all see how pretty that is? I just absolutely love teal. I have a question. I had take it. I've tried. This is stubborn though. It wouldn't lift it. I tried the painter's tape. The question was, have you ever tried taking it off with painter's tape? I've tried, but this one I found out if it's super sticky like this, it won't come off. I threw the dot of the E in the trash. I'm gonna get that up because I thought it was just like a cutout, but now I'm realizing that was my dot. Now what I did find is duct tape works wonders, but I don't have any right now. Let me grab this dot. 1 second. Accidentally threw my dot in the trash. My gosh. Okay, here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now is glue. This is my favorite go-to glue. Loctite super glue. I'm going to take it and dab. Make sure that's good. Yep. So I'm going to take that and just dab it. A little goes a long way. I do not use a lot of this because this stuff is super sticky. What I don't like or prefer is that it creates a white film afterwards. But it's super sticky. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is place my letters. So, I thank you. Alright, so I'm going to press my letters on top. Now, I can see where they go because, of course, I have my guide down. Alright, so we're placing. And the thing about this glue, once you put it down here, it sticks. I'm going to add another little dot. There is no budging this thing afterwards. It's not going absolutely anywhere. You got to also make sure it doesn't slide off on you. Yes. We're placing, we're being careful. We're adding our other dot. Pressing it down, making sure we're not shifting it, just pressing it down. Placing our dash. Placing our welcome. And we're placing the W for welcome. I'm going to add another little dot. And what I am going to do is turn my heat gun back on because I'm going to peel off the brown tape that's on top. But I don't want it to go anywhere. But this is what it looks like pre-peeled. How cute is that? It's not even, popping yet. So let's cut this on so that we can make sure it's dry. I'm gonna turn it up. Again, what this is doing, making sure it's dry, so that when I go to peel off the tape, everything is good. This is the glue I use, Loctite. Can you see that? Now, why you get up? It's not the right one. Can you back up? Away. Back up. She's not listening. My dog's just sitting right here. She's like, yeah, no. All right, let's reveal this teal so we can see what the sign will look like so far. I want to say heating up this tape, warming up this tape kind of help it, kind of loosened it up a little bit. It's definitely coming off easier. Maybe that's a new thing. It's a little one. Okay, so far so quick. Willow, what are you doing? You're scratching so much. It's coming along. So as you can see, this process is super simple if you wanted to give it a try as well. I will be uploading the SVG file that I created to to my Etsy site. I am starting to sell digital files as well for the Glowforge newbies and things like that. So the file will be $2.99, and then yeah, you have your own. And yeah, she is a little bougie dog. She's super bougie. She's a golden retriever and a poodle. What they call a golden doodle. All right, come on, W. I'll start with this. I'm trying not to dig. That's why it's taking me so long. I'm trying not to dig because it'll scrape the acrylic, and that doesn't look good. So I am going to grab my, let's see, how far is it and where is it if I can easily locate it. They have plastic scrapers that you can use on stuff so it won't, you can use on acrylic so that it won't pull or that it won't scratch your, whatever you're working on. It looks like it's acting right now. All right. Sheesh, that took forever. So hopefully the little letters won't take as long since they're not as big, but I wanted to just show y'all where we're at so far. Look how pretty, so pretty. See a little lint, but that is where we are at so far. Now we just have to do the words underneath. All right, so let's get to it. So I'm going to take this off. Like I said, it shouldn't take long because it's not as anal. Let's see. And after this is just like putting together a puzzle, honestly. Lining everything up and making sure that it's even. These are all the little letters. And if I wanted to, I didn't want to use a cursive font. I was going to say if I wanted to use a cursive font, it probably would have been quicker. But I like to have contrasting fonts So if I have cursive as my top header, then, you know, print typically goes under that. And again, I was going to sit here and paint these letters, but I was like, that may just take, I'm trying to figure out which would be quicker. Sitting there painting and then going back and gluing it, or just having it already ready and having the color you want, so you can skip a step essentially. So acrylic 1. And I chose hot pink because I wanted, of course, I wanted it to be vibrant. The jokey part of the sign. And I'm very sarcastic, so I just felt like the sign kind of, you know, was me. How long have we been on? We've been on for 1 hour. Okay. Well, not almost 1 hour. So that's about right. So, a few more. So in general, the sign would take you, without the talking, without the demonstration and the demo, the sign should probably take you like 45 minutes. But a lot of this, as you can see, isn't necessarily just the sign itself. It's the prepping and making sure, you know, everything is done as well beforehand. And the way I get my little letters out of the machine is, I think somebody suggested it earlier, it was painter's tape, because ain't nobody sitting there picking up all of those little pieces out in the Glowforge. So I take painter's tape and I tape it on there, and then I pull it up. That way I know I have all my letters. Sometimes the letters are smaller than this. I know that before I lift it up, it won't fall through and go, you know, under the crumb tray. So it's just a little hack. Take out of that P. I'm not losing like the top of a eye or something like that. All of it will be on that tape. Yeah, this is going much quicker than the big letter for whatever reason. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am. Like I said, I seen the sign. The comment was, I'm just repeating just for when people play back. The comment was, I love the spin I put on it. Like, this sign isn't a new concept. This isn't a new idea or anything like that. But a lot of people's are plain. That's just like not my style. I think people design based off of their style. I'm not eccentric, but I like color. Like I stated at the beginning of the live, my house is literally Moroccan. Moroccan boho. I love colors. I love bright, rich colors. So it was only natural just to have, you know, the matching sign. Even though this probably won't go up in my house because it's not my deep Moroccan colors. This is more vibrant, hot pinks, yellows, and things like that. I probably ended up selling this one or maybe using it as a display. I don't know yet. But I needed to use this sign, this board, because I had the round forever. So I just wanted to use it and create something. So what better time to create it or use it with than Crafty Sundays. We almost done, y'all, I promise. This is a lot of little words. good thing is, once I get this blue on here, taking the other pink part off won't be as long. All right. Oh, the tea. Hi, everybody joining in. If you're just joining in, we are making a wooden round sign, welcome sign, using a 15-inch round. Of course, this whole live has been recording, so you can play it back, so you can see the steps and how to do it if you wanted to create one yourself. We are on the latter end of the entire project. So far, we've been on live for about an hour now. And I just want to talk to the business owners and anything like that. If you all were, your own creators, if you're a crafter as well, just creating this. It doesn't have to be a welcome sign. You can use this technique and you can place a business, your business name there. You can use, have it set up as a, I just draw a blank, for your business. That's the direction use it for your business, and put your business name here, your contact information, anything. You basically a baby name sign. You can do anything with this. Put it for a marker or decoration in a baby's room or a bridal shower or anything. You just put literally anything on these rounds. We are down to the last few letters. People don't appreciate the process. They just like the final product. Okay, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do, as I stated, this, the letters here, I'm going to take my, super glue, and just add a dot on each of these letters. I'm not going to add a whole bunch just because, again, this stuff is super sticky. So I'm going to go through and just add my dot, more likely in the center. I wish I had I'm trying to make the dot smaller so that it won't spread so much when I place the letters on here. Now, this would have been so much simpler if I would have took some 3M tape, applied it to the back of the acrylic, and then applied it on here. But, I didn't. So here we are. All right, so now I'm going to start placing my letters. Because these are so small, I'm going to use my tweezers just to place them and make sure that they go where I need them to go. I'm going to add another dot. So that's why tweezers are your best friend and why you need a good pair of sharp tweezers. All right, we are placing. Now this, if I was recording this would be the part that I speed up and make it look all pretty and, oh, that's so cool. She did it so fast. This is literally how long, this is the actual process, how long it takes. Because for one, you got to make sure it's even. And this glue can move. If you're not careful, it'll just slide the pieces around. It's almost nerve-wracking. All right, G. All right, get our Y. Do an O. U. S. T again. A. Now, you know, it would suck if I left something in the machine or it fell through. That would suck badly. But I think I got all of the letters. Don't you start it, Willow. And there she goes. Any noise. All right. W. O again. Right, exactly. That's why that song is so accurate. It costs that much because it takes me effing hours, as y'all can see. This is why prices for handmade stuff cost so much, because it's not a machine. That song was so accurate. Now imagine if I got an order or something for like 10 of these. That's when the price comes in. But it's coming along. No complaints. I'm going to add another piece of some glue right here. There we go. So far, so good. Try not to touch the other parts either. So like I said, this glue is ridiculously sticky. And I already got some on my hand. Oh, crap. Almost done. My glue drying up on me. Add that there. Then M, we just have depends and on left, people. And then the word depends. tweezers are a lifesaver. Home stretch. Add a little bit glue, just dried up a little bit on me. And the D. Okay, oh crap. All right, this is the last one. So let's add a dot right here. And add this parentheses, this closing parenthesis. I am going to pull out the heat gun again. Finally, good grief. Yes, time consuming is an understatement. So let's get this. Turn this up and get this dried. Alright. I don't think they're going anywhere. So I think we're good. So let's peel off. Yes, it's definitely a time saver. Heat gun should be, I also have a list of all the products that I use in my Amazon cart. Not in my Amazon cart, but on my Amazon website, affiliate website. So if you look in the link in my bio, you'll be able to see my Amazon link and all of the items that I definitely suggest. So I think also this heat gun warms up this glue on the letters to remove it easier, because these are coming off like butter versus when I was struggling just a few moments ago. These are definitely just like falling off. So I have to test that theory to see if warming up the glue, or maybe I'll look it up, if warming up the glue makes your tape come off easier. And I'm just speeding through this, well, my version of speed, versus sitting there having this struggling to peel the stuff off. This was a matte hot pink, not glossy. My teal is glossy, but my letters are matte. Got some glue on my hands. Oh yeah, this is way, way better. Can y'all see how pretty this is? These aren't even my colors outside of the teal, but I definitely love this so far. All right, on to the last part. Now, of course, in true me fashion, it's almost like I want to bling it, bling some part of it, but I will show y'all how adding different embellishments can give it a, enhance it even more. All right, we are down to the last two. Okay, I love it. All right, so I wanted to show y'all, where's my stuff? How adding, like I told y'all, don't judge me, I got a lot of craft stuff. But after I'm finished, so here is the sign. It looks so nice. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. And those are the letters that we placed on here. Depends on who you are and how long you stay. This is the welcome-ish sign. I love it. Of course, if this is going on your door, you put a big old bow up here, and that'll take up about that much space. So your letters are still, that's why I put it down here, because I'm going to add something on here as well. But you just, you hang this up as is, and you get it. Your people get it. It's cute, it's catchy, it does explain people's personality. If you are that type of personality, like I stated, I'm very sarcastic. So this just works for me. I'm right now just reaching in here. I'm going to show y'all something that you can do if you want really, really bright. Like if you took and made a, let's see how you do this bow. There you go. Of course, the bow would look better than this, but just to give you guys just an idea. Add a bow on top. I may just add a bow. That may be my final picture. Y'all may have to tune into the page to see how I finish it, completely finish it off. But that's the makeshift bow that you can have. If you get my drift, add that. You can go around it and add some pearls to it if you're a little bougie. That's what I was going to show you guys. If you added a string of pearls at the base to cover up that paint that overlapped, you can add a string of pearls right there. So the black paint that kind of got onto the color, if you wanted to hide that, just simply add a bead of strings, add some, add what you want on here. And you could even take this and then go around the top with it as well and outline it with those same beads of strings so that it can, just bring it, just do more for it. Go around it with that. I have gold beads, so gold will make it pop. Gold beads, add that to it as well. Just a whole bunch of different stuff. But this is essentially the sign, guys. Thanks for tuning in with me. Oh, and of course, paint the back so this is completely done. But this is the front of the sign. I will post a final version of today's project and have it set up, all in its spot. But I think this sign turned out great. It wouldn't have took me that long if I didn't explain so much stuff. But either way, I think it turned out great. I hope you guys learned something. I hope this was enjoyable to even just watch. I hope you guys try it as well. Like I stated, the file will be on my Etsy page. As far as the wording, you all can purchase that if you're a creator, and purchase digital files. It'll be $2.99 for the file. I don't know if I'll be selling these, to be honest, but we'll play that by ear if you wanted to purchase one. But again, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is going to be the first of many crafty Sundays. So if you want to see me make something, or you have an idea of something I should make or give a try, just DM me or message under this video. And I appreciate you guys turning in. Again, I'm Monet, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye, guys.